Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have a Mazda 6. We took this in part exchange a couple of hours ago. Now, bit of history about the car. We sold the car originally from new. It's coming up to its third birthday. I think 1st of March actually, this car, or very early part of March. Now the gentleman, it's not the first car or the second car he's bought of us. He's bought many cars here from ourselves. He changes them just before their third birthday, and we're really excited to be offering this car because it's a really lovely car. It's a Mazda 6 estate car, or what Mazda call a tourer. It's a 2-litre Sport Nav in machine grey, so it's a bit of a rare car. Most of these are diesels. Nothing wrong with a diesel, we sell plenty of diesels, but this particular one is a petrol car, and it has a few additional safety features which I'll run through with you in more detail in the car. But these are rear vehicle monitoring system and lane departure warning system. But I'll run you through them in more detail when we get in the car. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I like to be as transparent as possible. I'll need to get the alloy wheels on this car refurbed because they've kissed a few curbs, which is absolutely normal. All the cars we get in, if nobody's curbed their wheels, then they're a very lucky person. But these days the wheels are quite big on cars, so they're very easy to curb. Now, it's freezing cold here today. Oh, my voice went all high pitched there. So I want to get in the car quite quickly. Now, we haven't given the car a full valet, but I've just given it a quick clean for the aid of the photographs and the video. So you've got a massive boot with a 60-40 split. When I pull these levers down here, the seats do fold down, okay? So huge. You've got this tonneau cover here, which will fold away nicely in here, okay? Let me put this down. Ooh, cool. This might be a bit of a rushed video on the outside. Let's get the seat back up like so. Now, for those of you with small kids, you've got ISOFIX anchorages on the rear seats there, so you can fit 2 full-size child seats in there. You've got these lovely door cards with this, I don't know, very dark brown door inserts, which I really like. You've got keyless entry, so you don't have to take the keys out to open and lock your car as long as they're on your person. And you've got the Bose stereo, which we'll come to a bit later. Now, you've got electric passenger seat, okay, all fully adjustable. Oh, and these cars have got LED lights, which are very good. Oh, around here, sorry, it's very icy today here, look. Just been a bit cautious. But it's all in lovely condition. Obviously, we will get it fully valeted, and there's a few little marks, and there'll be the odd stone chip, I'm sure, under inspection. But there's nothing too sad, but we'll get that all done in the next couple of days, ready for the next owner. You've got electric seat, the driver has lumbar, and you've got memory settings there, which are really useful. You've got multiple drivers. A little thing that I think is very good with these cars, you can program the key fobs, and by the way, we have 2 keys. You can program the key fobs with your seat setting. So, for example, if I had 1 key, if I was to use my key to open the car, the seat would go into the position that I sit in, and whoever the second driver is, that will happen for them. So a really good setting. So by the time you got in the car, it would be all set for you. Okay, now this car has a heads-up display. I can see that being standard on cars in the future because it's very useful, and you know, a split second of looking down at the binnacle could make all the difference, you know. In case something hazardous happens, you know, I don't know, you have to brake for a car. As I say, when you're traveling at high speed or even low speed, a split second is all it takes. Right, so let's start off with the steering column. So the steering column's got up, down, in and out, naturally, as you'd expect. You've got auto wipers, auto lights, cruise control with speed limiter. You've got your volume controls here, and you've got your info here for your fuel consumption, remaining miles, etc. Now you notice there it says the next service is due in 4 months. Well, that will all be done prior to the next keeper taking the car, so it'll all be serviced, MOT'd, etc. Anything that needs doing will be done regardless. Okay. Now this car's done 16,214 miles. So beautiful miles in 3 years. Gentleman lives southeast London, just uses it for more weekends and holidays with his family rather than his commuting car. The car has engine stop start. So look, if keys are in the car, put your foot on the clutch, that lights up green, you press the button and she'll fire into life. There's your Mazda MZD system, which is your sat nav, your telephone, your radio. It's all integrated. There's the map there. Okay. You can search by postcode, so find address, postcode. Okay. You've also got a screen for applications, really boring things. Look, this one tells you that it's icy outside, which is quite good, because if you didn't see all this, you may not realise that it's got so cold and there is ice on the road. So if the temperature goes, the ambient temperature is below 4 degrees, it will fire up a warning. Okay. Then you've got maintenance, which will tell you when your car needs a service or in what sort of mileage. Obviously we'll be doing that, and that'll be set to 0 again. Now, just to let you know, if Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is important to you, and they come as a pair, you can actually fit this to this car. So you'd get the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto would come up. So even if you have an Apple phone and then you decide to go Android or vice versa, that will all work, and then you can mirror your phone here. Then you can use your sat nav, you know, Waze or Google Maps, etc., which I have done. Funnily enough, I rented a Mazda 6 back in July, I think, when we could still travel, and when I got to the car hire place, the only car they had left was a Mazda 6 Estate. I wasn't horrified. I probably would have fancied a change, seeing as, you know, we sell Mazdas. It didn't have the SD card, so it didn't have this this sat nav, because the SD card wasn't in place, because it all runs off an SD card that lives in here. Okay, but it had Android Auto, so I was able to plug my phone in and use my phone mirroring the maps on the screen here. Okay. Right, so music. You've got excellent music in this car. Obviously, look at this gentleman. Look, that's a sign of good ownership. BBC Radio 4. I must say, I do listen to BBC Radio 4 and also LBC. So probably not taking full advantage of the Bose stereo. But if you were to play any form of music, it's a really excellent sound. And just look, if I go to the settings, it's got some nifty things here. Look, you've got Bose center point, so it make you feel like you're in an opera house. Audio pilot, adjust the volume if your road noise increases, you know, you have a window down, etc. Okay, so yeah, really good. And you've got DAB as well as other sources, FM, AM, DAB, AHA, Stitcher, internet channels. I've never really used them. And you've got 2 USBs, which I showed you in the armrests. You can run music off that, and any music that's on your phone, you can Bluetooth it. So all really good. And then if you pair your phone up, obviously there's no phone paired up to this car, you'll get your contact lists, your contacts, etc., and so you can answer a phone safely whilst driving or make a call. Just to let you know as well, this is a touch screen here, but only when the car's stationary. Okay, once the car starts moving, that will be disengaged. So I would get used to using this here. Not that I am promoting, obviously, any distractions whilst driving, but this will work and operate this screen here, and it becomes second nature after a while. Okay. Now, for those of you who are CD fans, I don't actually own a CD, but yes, it does have a CD player. It has a 12-volt socket, or formerly known as a cigarette socket, cigarette lighter socket. but these are smokeless cars, as you'd imagine. You've got heated seats, but you've also got a heated steering wheel, which is fabulous today because, I say, being 1 degree, that's very welcomed, that heated steering wheel. You've got an electric handbrake, so imagine this is a finger brake. In case you're wondering, how do I do those hill starts? Well, if your handbrake's off and you put your car in gear with your foot on the foot brake and you take your foot brake off, the car holds the handbrake on just enough time for you to get the biting point. Okay, so you won't even notice not having a handbrake. You've got reverse camera, which is really useful, but you also have front parking sensors. I think that's ample. Obviously, you know, once you start getting used to these things, I've got an old car and you start reversing and I sometimes think, oh, where's the bleeps, you know? So you do get used to these things quite quickly. Okay, so we've covered that. You've got climate control, heated steering wheels, dual zone. Okay. Oh, what I have forgotten, which I mentioned earlier. So this car's got the safety pack. So you've got lane departure warning. So if you were to veer out of a lane on the motorway or a dual carriageway, for example, and the car thinks you haven't intended to do that, it will warn you by a rumble or a bleep. And the car's also got, let me see if I can show you, it's got rear vehicle monitoring. So in the top corner of that mirror glass there, just there, there's a little hang on, just there's a little shadow. If you were to overtake, if somebody was to overtake you, coming from the outside or even from the inside, the car will warn you by those lights flashing up and a bleep, which is really good. It's like heads up, someone's coming around the outside or the inside, don't pull in or pull out. So it's really, really useful. Once again, these things will be standard in the future, I think, because you know, you can't have too many safety devices. You've got auto dimming rear view mirror. You've got smart city brake support, so if you got too close to the car in front, you're doing under 20 miles an hour in traffic, you're distracted, you're not steering, braking, accelerating, the car will think you've dozed off or you're distracted and it will apply the brakes. Now, obviously we're all super competent drivers. Of course we don't need that, but the benefit of it is it will lower your insurance because most accidents happen under, I think it's 25 or 30 miles an hour. So by having that, prevents more accidents, therefore less insurance claims, cheaper insurance, etc, etc. Okay, so I'll give you a little tour around the car from the inside. It's all in great condition. There's no unpleasant odors, no doggy smells or cigarette smells in the car. So just as I say, there's a few little bits and pieces to do, which will be done naturally. It'll all be ready and beautiful for the next owner, but it's in very, very lovely condition. So I hope I've not missed anything out, but if I have, please give us a shout. We are operating under the COVID restrictions, so we're trying to do as much as we can, in terms of videos and photographs. So if there's more specific videos or photographs you'd like, please don't hesitate to ask. As I say, we know this car very well. We know the history, we know the previous owner, so we can answer all the questions for you. Part exchange is very, very welcome, and we have finance facilities to suit all. Give us a shout. As I say, you can reach us on the phone. If it's out of hours, do try emailing. You can even try giving us a call. We're working remotely and we're operating click and collect and a delivery service. So give us a shout, and I'm sure we can help you. But thank you very much for watching my video, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye bye now.